Good morning. How are you all today? Thank you for visiting with us. Welcome to Bible class with Andre and Betty. We're continuing our studies today from the book of 2 Kings. We're in chapter 20, and we will be looking at the fact that God tells Hezekiah Hezekiah is sick, and God tells him to set his house in order. So our subject is going to be looking at set your house in order. And we're in chapter 20, and we'll see Hezekiah's illness and his recovery. You can also read some of this same scenario in Isaiah chapter 38 and also 2 Chronicles chapter 32. Verse 1, this is 2 Kings chapter 20, verse 1. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death. Remember, the Assyrian king had threatened to attack Jerusalem and Hezekiah and the southern kingdom. And he had boasted that even God, this Assyrian king had boasted that even God couldn't save Hezekiah and the people. And so his own sons killed him, just as God had said he would die. So after they smote him with the sword, that is, his sons killed Sennacherib, and they escaped into the land of Armenia. And Esarhaddon, his son, reigned in his stead. So Sennacherib is dead, and his son, Esarhaddon, reigned in his stead. And so in chapter 20, verse 1, in those days, the days that Esarhaddon reigned, was Hezekiah sick unto death. And the prophet Isaiah, the son of Amos, came to him and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live. Verse 2, Then Hezekiah turned his face to the wall, that is, the temple of Jerusalem, the wall of Jerusalem. Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying, I beseech thee, O Lord, remember now how I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in thy sight. And Hezekiah wept bitterly, or sore. Verse 4. And it came to pass, before Isaiah was gone out into the middle court, that the word of the Lord came to him, saying, Turn again, go back, and tell Hezekiah, the captain of the people, Thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer, I have seen thy tears. Behold, I will heal thee. On the third day thou shalt go up unto the house of the Lord. That is, after I've ministered to you the third day, you shall go up to the house of the Lord, and I will add unto thy days 15 years. And I will deliver thee and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria, and I will defend this city for mine own sake and for my servant David's sake. And Isaiah said, this is explain the process that took place to heal Hezekiah. Verse 7. And Isaiah said, take a lump of figs. And they took and laid it on the boil, and he recovered. Now Hezekiah is going to respond to Isaiah saying the third day he would go up to the house of the Lord. So verse 8, and Hezekiah said unto Isaiah, what shall be the sign that the Lord will heal me, and that I shall go up into the house of the Lord on the third day? And Isaiah said, this sign shalt thou have of the Lord, that the Lord will do this thing that he hath spoken. So the sign, shall the shadow go forward 10 degrees or go back 10 degrees? Verse 10, and Hezekiah answered, it is a light thing for the shadow to go down 10 degrees or clockwise. Nay, but let the shadow go backward 10 degrees. And Isaiah the prophet cried unto the Lord, and he brought the shadow 10 degrees backward, by which it had gone down in the sundial or the dial of Ahaz. And when you go to Isaiah chapter 7, we read what that sign pointed to by the sundial shadow going 10 degrees backwards. Verse 10, this is Isaiah chapter 7, verse 10. Moreover, the Lord spake again to Ahaz, saying, ask thee a sign of the Lord thy God. Ask it either in the depth or in the height above. But Ahaz said, I will not ask, neither will I tempt the Lord. Verse 13. And he said, hear ye now, O house of David. Is it a small thing for you to weary men, but will you weary my God also? Verse 14. Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, you're not going to ask for it, but I'm going to give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. So the virgin birth is the sign, and by the sundial going backward 10 degrees is saying the Old Testament and the New Testament comes as the result of the virgin birth of Jesus. And now back to 2 Kings, we're at verse 12. At that time, Berodach Baladan, the son of Baladan, king of Babylon, sent letters and a present unto Hezekiah, for he had heard that Hezekiah had been sick. Verse 13. And Hezekiah hearkened unto them, and showed them all the house of his precious things, the silver and the gold and the spices and the precious ointment, and all the house of his armor, and all that was found in his treasures. There was nothing in his house, nor in all his kingdom or dominion, that Hezekiah showed them not. Then came Isaiah the prophet unto King Hezekiah, and said unto him, what said these men, and from whence came they unto thee? And Hezekiah said, they are come from a far country, even from Babylon. And this is a precursor to Daniel and the 3 Hebrew boys being descendants of Hezekiah. They're going to go into captivity because it's Isaiah is going to predict this in these following verses. Verse 15. They came from Babylon, and Isaiah said, "What have they seen in thine house?" And Hezekiah answered, "All the things that are in my house have they seen. There is nothing among my treasures that I have not showed them." Verse 16. And Isaiah said unto Hezekiah, "Hear the word of the Lord. Behold, the days come, that all that is in thine house, and that which thy fathers have laid up in store unto this day, shall be carried into Babylon. Nothing shall be left, saith the Lord." So the whole nation is going to go into captivity. Verse 18. "And all thy sons are your descendants that shall issue from thee, which thou shalt beget, shall they take away," the Babylonians take away, "and they shall be eunuchs in the palace of the king of Babylon." Then said Hezekiah unto Isaiah, "Good is the word of the Lord, which thou hast spoken." And he said, "Is it not good if peace and truth be in my days?" So he said, well, that's up the road, but right now it's peace and good for me. Verse 20. And the rest of the acts of Hezekiah, and all his might, and how he made a pool and a conduit, and brought water into the city, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Judah? Verse 21. And Hezekiah slept with his fathers, and Manasseh his son reigned in his stead. Now God added to Hezekiah 15 years. So his son Manasseh was born during those 15 years. And Manasseh will reign longer than any other king, but he will do a lot of wicked things. And yet the descendants of Hezekiah all the way up into not just Hezekiah, but going back to David. They're in the genealogy of Jesus Christ when he came into the world. And so we'll continue next time, and we'll see the reign of Manasseh, Hezekiah's son. So thank you all for listening, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.